Today on MTG Unpacked, it's the time everyone's been waiting for. We are cracking open our first box of Ravnica Allegiance. And with me today to do the pack blessing duties, we have the Glowing Eyes Chandra. So if you're not familiar, that is how we bless the packs to get extra value here. I'll also be tallying up the value at the end of the video in addition to popping the price up in the corner for each of the rares or valuable foils, and those prices are likely to differ significantly if you watch this after the pre-release weekend. So this video is coming out on the Saturday of pre-release, so it's January 19th. So without further ado, let's get started here. We'll take a look at the promo cards. So we've got a nice foil, the Haunt of Hightower. Got one of these with each of my boxes. So this is a legendary creature, vampire, 3/3 for 6 mana with flying and lifelink. And whenever the Haunt of Hightower attacks, defending player discards a card. And whenever a card's put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, put a +1/+1 counter on the Haunt of Hightower. So that seems pretty cool. This guy just keeps getting pumped up. Very nice. So pop him over here. Let's get started. And usually on this channel I go through every card, but not today. We just don't have the time. We're going through a whole booster box. So we'll be just looking at the uncommons and the rares. So let's take a look here. And our pack blessing will be very optimized as well. So we are going to have Chandra run across the packs. There we are, there's the blessings. Maybe she can lay on those while I organize the next set. And bless the packs. You've got to bless the packs, people. Because otherwise, how will you get the crazy pulls? Here we are, there. Lots of blessings. All right. Let's get stuck into it. Got a huge pile over here. Hopefully this box is not a huge pile of garbage because I braved a snowstorm to pick this up and it was quite terrifying. Alright, so let's get cracking here. So get past the commons. Okay, we have Rally to Battle, Sunder Shaman, Tower Defense, and the rare is Priest of Forgotten Gods. So this is a creature, human cleric, 1/2 for 2 mana. Tap it, sack 2 other creatures, any number of target players each lose 2 life and sack a creature. You add 2 swamps and draw a card. So some nice artwork there. And a Rakdos Guildgate, that is what I'll be playing in pre-release today. Fantastic. And Ooze. And what are you playing in pre-release? Have you got your games already set up? Did you go through the midnight pre-release? Personally, it was a little too much for me. Already running at about a 20-hour day for me, so I was running out of steam. Plus we had the snowstorm, so that was a bit nasty. Alright, Gateway Sneak, Tower Defense, and this pile is going to get in the way. Sphinx of the Guild Pact. And the rare is Mass Manipulation, Sorcery, 4/X, and 4 islands. Gain control of X target creatures and or planeswalkers. Nice. And an Orzhov Guildgate and a human. Alright. Let's speed this up a bit. Because we've got a lot of packs to get through here, people. Okay, we have a Basilica Bellhaunt. Bankrupt in Blood. Love that artwork. Fantastic. Seb McKinnon. Yep, that's what I thought. Macabre Mockery. More Rakdos goodness. And the rare is Rampage of the Clans. So this is an instant for 4. Destroy all artifacts and enchantments. For each permanent destroyed this way, its controller creates a 3/3 green centaur creature token. And an Orzhov Guildgate and Spirit token. And I will be snacking on another box of these in addition to doing some for patrons next month. So we'll go through the cards a bit slower at that point. so we can really soak in the artwork. I'm really loving the direction I've taken with this set. Very happy with it. Clear the stage. Rakdos Firewheeler. Drill Bit. What the heck is this? And the rare is Pestilent Spirit. Creature Spirit, 3/2 for 3 mana with Menace and Death Touch. Instant and sorcery spells you control have Death Touch. Whoa. That is pretty cool. And a foil, Rakdos Roustabout. Pop him over here. Gruul Guildgate and a Spirit Token. Alright. Let's continue on here. And who else has picked up some Ravnica Allegiance already? Any crazy pulls so far? I think most of the value right now is in the Mythic slot, but that's going to change significantly in the coming days. I think Biogenic Upgrade, Smeltward Ignis, Swirling Torrent, and our first Mythic, Seraph of the Scales, Creature Angel 4/3 for 4 mana with Flying. And for a plane, Seraph of the Scales gains Vigilance until end of turn. For a swamp, it gains Death Touch until end of turn, has Afterlife 2. So you get to create 2 1/1 white and black spirit creature tokens with Flying when this creature dies. Put that over there. We'll have a separate Mythic pile, Rakdos Guildgate, and an Emblem of Domri. Alright. Okay, we'll pop the commons over there. Next we have a Gruul Beastmaster, Senate Guildmage, Smeltward Ignis, and the rare is Amplifier, Creature Elemental 1/1 for 4 mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Until your next turn, Amplifier's base power becomes twice that card's power, and its base toughness becomes twice that card's toughness. Put the revealed cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. I think that'd make for a fantastic foil, Azorius Guildgate, and a cool zombie token. Fantastic. Okay, next we have a Vindictive Vampire, Shark to Crab. What the heck? Fish, Octopus, Crab. That is just ridiculous. Cult Guildmage, and here I missed an opportunity to have Jace here, the Jace puppet. Hilarious artwork. And the rare is Gruul Spellbreaker, Creature Ogre Warrior, 3/3 for 3 mana with Riot. So enters battlefield with your choice of a +1/+1 counter or haste. Has Trample as long as it's your turn. You and the Gruul Spellbreaker have Hexproof. And what do you think will be the stand? And we've got a Simic and a Goblin token. Goblins! I have not seen this one yet. That is cool. So what do you think will be the standout guild in this set? A lot of people at F&M were saying they thought it would be Gruul, but then Rakdos had a strong showing as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out. Next we have Zerta Goblin, Goblin Berserker with Riot. 2/2 for 2 mana, and I'm going to lose my voice if I keep doing that, so I better settle down. Angelic Exaltation, Terramander, Salamander Drake. Now they're reaching. And a rare is Nikya of the Old Ways. Legendary creature, Centaur Druid, 5/5 for 5 mana. You can't cast non-creature spells. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana of any type that land produced. And Rakdos and Beast Token. Okay, zipping through here. There we go. And that pile is going to tip over. For the uncommons, we have Depose and Deploy, Forbidding Spirit, Cult Guildmage, there he is again, and the rare is Precognitive Perception, instant for 5, draw 3 cards, and it has Addendum, so this is a new thing here. If you cast a spell during your main phase, instead scry 3, then draw 3 cards. Okay, seems decent. And Azorius and Spirit. onto a Gruul Beastmaster. Rakdos Firewheeler, another good candidate for a foil. Azorius Skyguard. And the rare is Plaza of Harmony. This is a land. When it enters battlefield, if you control 2 or more gates, you gain 3 life. Tap it for colorless mana, or add 1 mana of any type that a gate you control could produce. And a Simic and a Goblin. There we go. The Goblin army is growing by the minute. Okay, let's zip through again. We have a Clamor Shaman, Goblin Shaman. There we go. We love the goblins. And Consecrate Consume. Azorius Skyguard. And the rare is Biomancer's Familiar. This is a creature mutant. 2/2 for 2 mana. Activated abilities of creatures you control cost 2 less to activate. This effect can't reduce the amount of mana and ability cost to activate 2 less than 1 mana. Obviously. Tap. Next time target creature adapts this turn, it adapts as though it had no +1/+1 counters on it. That is a little creepy. Oh, a foil rare! Nice. I was hoping we would see this one. Amplifier. Look at that. Creature elemental 1/1 for 4 mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Until your next turn, Amplifier's base power becomes twice that card's power, and its base toughness becomes twice that card's toughness. Put the revealed cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. Fantastic pull. Alright, so we got 2 foils so far, and Gruul, Guildgate, and a human. Windstorm Drake, Acrobat, of course it's got to be Rakdos, Sentinel's Mark, and the rare is Warrant and Warden. So Warrant is an instant for 2, put target attacking or blocking creature on top of its owner's library. Warden is a sorcery for 5, create a 4/4 white and blue Sphinx creature token with flying and vigilance. And Orzhov, Guildgate, and some ooze. Who is going for some sort of ooze deck? Always curious how that works, isn't it? Like the oozes are typically multiplying. So you chop the ooze in half and you get more ooze. Seems like a thing. Okay, next we have Mortify, Wall of Lost Thoughts. Sentinel's Mark, and the rare is an Incubation Druid, creature elf druid 0/2 for 2 mana. Tap it, add 1 mana of any type that a land you control could produce. And if it has a +1/+1 counter on it, add 3 mana of that type instead. For 3 and 2 forests, adapt 3. So if it has no +1/+1 counters on it, put 3 +1/+1 counters on it. Alright. And a foil, Impassioned Orator, Gruul, Guildgate, and Spirit. Next we have Light Up the Stage. Got my eye on all these red cards. Gyre Engineer, Incubation Incongruity, and the rare is a Blood Crypt. Nice. Shockland. Tap it for a swamp or mountain as it enters battlefield. You may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters battlefield tapped. Very nice. And Azorius Guildgate and a Thopter token. And I think the prices of the Blood Crypts have crashed now that it's come out in Allegiance, but not to worry. All about making Magic cheaper for everybody, so that's always a good thing, except if you're an investor in this stuff, which I definitely am not. We have an Orzhov Racketeers, Biogenic Upgrade, Incubation and Incongruity, and the rare is Simic Ascendancy. Who is a Simic fan? This is an enchantment for 2. For 1 in the forest and an island, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on a creature you control, put that many growth counters on Simic Ascendancy. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if it has 20 or more growth counters on it, you win the game. That seems like a fun strategy that will be easy to disrupt. We have a Simic Guildgate and a Beast token. So I guess there would be a bit of enchantment hate in this set. There'd have to be to get rid of stuff like that. Alright, next we have an Enraged Ceratok, Senate Guildmage, Clan Guildmage, and the rare is Electro Dominance. So this is an instant for X and 2 mountains. It deals X damage to any target. You may cast a card with converted mana cost X or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Like the sound of that. Simic Guildgate and a cool zombie token. Next we have another ridiculous card. We have a Galloping Lizrog, Frog Lizard, Rumbling Ruin, Clan Guildmage, and the rare is Font of Agonies. So it's an enchantment for a single swamp. Whenever you pay life, put that many blood counters on Font of Agonies. And for 1 in a swamp, remove 4 blood counters from it, destroy target creature. I can see a lot of people using that. Rakdos Guildgate and a Spirit Token. Okay, we're about halfway through here. We need to pick up the pace. We've got a whole box to go through and we don't have much time here, people. Oh, this is called Bankrupt in Blood. Is the uncommon Pitiless Pontiff, Code of Constraint, and Bedevil. There's another cool one. Instant for 3, destroy target artifact, creature, or planeswalker. I like the sound of that. Simic Guildgate and a Beast. Alright, moving on to the final pile here, or I should say the second half of the box. Next we have Dagger Caster, Viashino Rogue, Drillbit, Collision and Colossus, and the rare is Lavinia Azorius Renegade, 2/2 for 2 mana, legendary creature, human soldier. Each opponent can't cast non-creature spells with converted mana cost greater than the number of lands that player controls. And whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. Yes, I've seen a few cards like that so far. Simic Guildgate and a Centaur token. And I wish I could slow down and soak in more of this artwork, but that's what these snack series are for. So if anyone wonders why those videos seem to be so long for so few packs, other than the rather pitiful ad revenue, it's because we like to spend more time looking at the cards, soaking in the artwork and so forth. Alright, Orzhov Racketeers, Regenesis, Spirit of the Spires, and the rare is Revival and Revenge. So Revival is a sorcery for 2, return target creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, and Revenge is a sorcery for 6, double your life total. Target opponent loses half their life, rounded up. Oh, that sounds like a game changer. Simic Guildgate and a weird frog lizard. What the heck? Okay, who is all geared up for Frog Lizard Tribal? Leave a note in the comments. I'm curious how many fans of that particular variety there will be. Next we have a nice addition to the Drake line. We have the Windstorm Drake, Frilled Mystic, Regenesis, and the rare is a Mythic! Emergency Powers. It's an instant for 7. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library, then draws 7 cards. Exile Emergency Powers. And it has an addendum. If you cast a spell during your main phase, you may put a permanent card with converted mana cost 7 or less from your hand onto the battlefield. Another game changer. So there's our second Mythic, Rakdos, and a Spirit. And I know I'm going to get comments, why are your hands shaking so bad? I get these in all these long videos where a lot of new people watching. I have a genetic condition, I have a bit of a tremor, so that's going to get worse as I age, but hopefully not too distracting as we crack the packs. We have Archway Angel, Cavalcade of Calamity, Forbidding Spirit, and the rare is Absorb. It's an instant for 3. Counter target spell, you gain 3 life. Pretty simple, straightforward and effective. Orzhov Guildgate and an Ooze. Let's dig through here. Getting another pile started there. We have an Archway Angel, Dagger Caster, Cavalcade of Calamity, and one of these flip cards, Thrash and Threat. So Thrash is an instant for 2. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control, and Threat is a sorcery for 4. Create a 4/4 red and green beast creature token with Trample, Orzhov, and an illusion token. Okay, we have a Skatewing Spy, Dovin's Acuity, Scrabbling Claws, and rare is Awaken the Erstwhile, and this is quite creepy artwork. Sorcery for 5. Each player discards all the cards in their hand, then creates that many 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. Okay, I imagine that's going to be interesting. Orzhov, Guildgate, and a Goblin. And coming up in the next couple of days, we'll be having the Planeswalker decks on the channel, so check those out. There's 2 of those, one with Dovin and one with Domini Raid. Gate Colossus, Sphinx of the Guild Pact, Flames of the Raised Boar, and a Mythic! Yes, I think this is one of the better ones. Hydroid Krasis, creature, Jellyfish Hydra Beast. What? 0/0 for X, and a Forest Island. When you cast this spell, you gain half X life and draw half X cards. Round down each time. Flying, Trample, and enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. And they're really stretching with all these hybrid beasts here. And an Orzhov. Oh, foil Orzhov Guildgate. Very nice. And an Azorius and a Spirit. And I don't know how some people are able to crack packs so fast. Maybe it's because they're not reading out the rares, but I like to at least take a look at those. High Alert, Trollbred Guardian, Troll Frog Warrior, another interesting hybrid. Flames of the Raised Boar, and rare is Guardian Project. It's an enchantment for 4. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it doesn't have the same name as another creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard, draw a card. And a Gruul Guildgate, and Thopter, and the Thopters are back apparently. And we've got to take a look at the Goblin Spewer. Fantastic. I'll dig into him more in the snack series of videos coming up over the coming weeks. We have a Zertar Goblin, Goblin Berserker, 10 Street Dodger, Goblin Rogue. Gotta preserve my voice at this point. Forbidding Spirit, and the rare is a Growth Chamber Guardian, creature elf crab warrior. Okay. 2/2 for 2 mana, pay 2 in the forest, adapt 2 whenever 1 or more, +1/+1 counters are put on Growth Chamber Guardian. You may search your library for a card named Growth Chamber Guardian, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Elf Crab Warrior. Okay, Gruul Guildgate and a zombie. So I must say that adds some nice flavour to this set, all these weird hybrid creatures they have now. Next we have eyes everywhere apparently. Excuse me, Collision Colossus, 10 Street Dodger, there he is again, and rare is Hero of Precinct 1, creature human warrior, 2/2 for 2 mana. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, create a 1/1 white human creature token, and an Orzhov and Thopter. So many cool looking cards I want to take a look at, but we don't have time. We have a Galloping Lizrog, Screaming Shield, that's pretty cool. Resolute Watchdog, and rare is Kaya's Wrath, sorcery for 4. Destroy all creatures you gain life equal to the number of creatures you control that were destroyed this way. And a Rakdos Guildgate and Beast token. Okay, we get another Shark to Crab. Okay. Swirling Torrent. Resolute Watchdog, and the rare is an Immolation Shaman. This guy's a creature via Shino Shaman, 1/3 for 2 mana. Whenever an opponent activates the ability of an artifact, creature, or land that isn't a mana ability, it deals 1 damage to that player. For 3 and 2 mountains, it gets +3/+3 and gains menace until end of turn. Get an Azorius and a Spirit. And coming up soon, we'll have a bundle of Ravnica Allegiance. Also, I believe there's a deck builder's toolkit, so we'll be taking a look at that as well. Along with the guild kits, those are coming next month. We have Mortify, Fireblade Artist, another cool candidate for a foil, Wall of Lost Thoughts, and a Shockland, Hallowed Fountain, land, Plains Island. Tap it for plains or islands as it enters the battlefield. You may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters battlefield tapped. And a foil drill bit, just what you need. And a Rakdos Guildgate and a Sphinx token. That is an interesting Sphinx. Alright. Getting near the end here. I think we've got about half a dozen more packs to go. And then we will wrap it up and do a tally of the value. See how well we did. We have Ministrant of Obligation, Spirit of the Spires, Fireblade Artist again. And the rare is Endray's Forerunners. Creature Boar 7/7 for 8 mana. With Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. When it enters the battlefield, other creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain Vigilance and Trample until end of turn. We have an Orzhov Guildgate and a Goblin. Ooh, Skewer the Critics. Want to use that one in my mono red aggro deck. We have Silhana Wayfinder, Bulwark Clan Crusher, Orzhov Enforcer. And the rare is Repudiate and Replicate. So Repudiate is an instant for 2 counter target activated or triggered ability. Replicate is a sorcery for 3. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Alright, Gruul and Human. Down to the last 3 packs here. I have no idea the value of this box. It's looking like probably like a nice middle of the road. What, we've got 3 mythics so far, so not too bad. Although one more wouldn't go astray. Next we have High Alert, Forbidding Spirit, Orzhov Enforcer, and another mythic! There it is, Spawn of Mayhem. Creature Demon 4/4 for 4 mana with Spectacle. 1 and 2 swamps. You may cast a spell for its spectacle cost rather than its mana cost if an opponent lost life this turn. With Flying and Trample at the beginning of your upkeep, Spawn of Mayhem deals 1 damage to each player. Then if you have 10 or less life, put a +1/+1 counter on Spawn of Mayhem. Some nice artwork there as well. So we've got our 4 mythics and a nice foil final payment with an Azorius Guildgate and a Spirit token. Okay, 2 packs left. Dare we be greedy and look for another mythic? I think we need another one. We need more. More mythics, please. We have a Rhythm of the Wild, Gatebreaker Ram, Rumbling Ruin, and the rare is a Sphinx of Foresight. Creature Sphinx 4/4 for 4 mana. You may reveal this card from your opening hand. If you do, scry 3 at the beginning of your first upkeep. Has Flying, and at the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. And a Gruul Guildgate and a Centaur. Alright, final pack here. And a quick note, MTG Unpacked is now on Patreon. So if you want to get in on all the pack cracking action, get some Ravnica Allegiance and Snap Packs, I'll leave a link to that in the description for this video. Okay, final pack, we have a Screaming Shield, Scrabbling Claws, Gatebreaker Ram, and the rare is Gutter Bones. Alright, Creature Skeleton Warrior. 2/1 for a single swamp. He enters the battlefield tapped. For 1 on a swamp, return him from your graveyard to your hand. Activate this ability only during your turn and only if an opponent lost life this turn. And Azorius and a Thopter. Okay, so I will pop the value up here, somewhere around here. We'll see how well we did. Let's take a quick review of the mythics. So we get Spawn of Mayhem, Hydroid Crisis, Emergency Powers, Seraph of the Scales, And for the rares, we have quite a nice selection here. A couple of Shocklands, so that's always nice. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button for more Magic the Gathering unboxings. And be sure to tap the notification bell to be notified as soon as new videos are released. Stay tuned for more Ravnica Allegiance content coming real soon. Thanks for watching and have a great day.